Welcome back to another video on the Social Root and Green Shoot YouTube channel. It has been a week, it has been literally 3 weeks since I made a video on this channel. Firstly, the reason why? I don't think I've got a reason. Those two favourite Pokemon Burton and Piper yesterday, because that is become my main focus. Hopefully we'll get back to doing more YouTube videos, but we know what month it is. It is Pride Month. In the month where we celebrate everything to do with colour. Personally, I think we should celebrate it all year round, not just for 1 month. I think this is called the Pride season, mate. June, July, August, and September, because they're mostly the summer month of the year, where we get good sun. We're going to go through what do Pride personally mean to me, and personally, what it means to you too. And we put it into like the shoot part of this otherwise. In this video, we will talk about the social route, that mean that the social events of Pride, where it all begin, and what progress can we make for the future. And that's what we will call the green suit. Alright, can we a bit of say about the channel get the name from, like social issue to green suit. Let's start with the roots. Let's start where Pride began. You can see now, we are now looking at the Stonewall Riots.
And vow, with a homosexual, your parents are going to know about it first.
Begin as a celebration. It begins as a protest in June.
That
where Pride Month got the name.
1969,
with the Stonewall Riot kicking off in New York City after another police raid on the LGBTQ plus space. Police had thought the moment become the spark of the modern Pride white movement. It was led by a black and brown trans woman. That when I keep on saying trans people are the biggest part of the LGBT, because they're the one of the first ever protest was the Stonewall Riots, where we shape our whole community on. We need to protect the trans people, and that is a notification from my computer. But turn off the volume on my computer. These early activities was asking for anything except then we were just fighting for the simple right to have a freedom, like anybody else in the world. Have the freedom to do what we want, pursue when we want to, instead of the war, and to win a normal life. We're not asking for much. Not. So what Pride look like today? From some it's a parade, party and flag, and that is so beautiful. But other is pretty seeing your present it about saving etc. and the mental health. Yeah, it's Pride certainly now is a party. There's still progress to be done. There's still whether that's Supreme Court ruling, whether they trans women or not women, they're supposed to be biology because they're biology a man. But I don't agree with that. You transition, you put that hard work in, you should be accepted for who you are. It come a long way from marriage equality to in many countries, trans visibility in the media allies stepping up at work and online. But that doesn't mean the fight is over. Don't. We've seen with the Supreme Court ruling in the UK, we've seen in America with the more of Donald Trump back in power, the rise of the far right in power. We're not really won at the moment, and we will keep on fighting. People are still facing discrimination globally. I can face it at the USA with Donald Trump, in the UK with the far right, where countries still don't accept LGBT people. We still fight for every country in the world. It's one day hopefully it's the LGBTQ people. So even when we see make progress. So Pride is both a celebration and a joyous purpose. Part 3. Green shoot and hope for the future. Even with all the progress we made, we can't ignore what is shaping around us. There being clear rise in far-right movements. We are Football Reform UK in the UK, MAGA in America coming back to rise with Donald Trump back in power for a second term. I thought I would never be saying that, but again in 2020, I was happy he had gone. And I couldn't see him ever coming back after the January 6th. And look, somehow we have forgot what he did. Not just online, but in politics, in the media, in the school, and with that rise are coming more open hate, more fear tactics, more attempt to roll back the history that so many people have fought for and died for. But it was Stonewall Riots, the kind of protest, what people have beyond for trans rights, for LGBTQ rights, as general. The Supreme Court is the first step back in movement of the fight we have fight for, and the rights we have hold so dearly into our heart. But there is one thing hateful will try to shut it down, but they will never shut down this movement. There are people, versus the green shoot, the younger generation, pushing up through the cracks. We see them in young people, because I'm younger, I'm 24 years old, and the people who are more younger, the teenager, some teenagers who I met are so credible, who can actually beat them out, who can get up on stage. I couldn't ever do that as a teenager. I still could do it now as a good adult and as a person in their 20s. We'll struggle. So, for it. There is safe-based education in teachers, in classroom, in parent learning and understanding, better support their children in who don't just want support, they actually show up. We need allies of this community to actually step up and show up. And they are proper allies. Come to Pride. It's not just for gay people, just not for people who identify LGBTQ, but it's for everybody. I mean, you're an ally, everything. You've got a place in the community. If you are straight and you don't want to go out with a girl of their gender or any of that, they'll come to Pride and they'll support us. Your voice is valid. The far right might get louder. They are getting louder. But there, so are we. And your message is rooted in something stronger than fear. The far right fear a lot of stuff. They fear change. They fear exception. So, we shall root in love and resilience and deep understanding that every person, race, gender, identity, whatever it is, they have a place in it, acting the growth into big change. Something coming out of something standing up for your friends, someone challenging a bad joke in a group chat. The future of Pride is global and deeply human. It won't be easy, but it's growing and it gives me hope, personally. Seeing all these protests, seeing all the movement from the left, if the Green Party can elect Sank Pelosi, I personally be voting for him, and I hope everybody do the same on this video. I can't pressure you, but you have got the freedom to vote for him if you're in the Green Party. But join fast. You got up to the end of this month. Now, personal reflection part of this video. Pride is also personal to me. Personally, I was identified as bisexual because you did see my bisexual flag. I might be in the pocket of putting a new flag up in the bedroom. I might actually change that flag, not because I don't see the bisexual community. I do support bisexual people, but I'd be moving more close to pansexual. Well, and we'll go through what pansexual mean, personally to me, and maybe to the wider community. As someone who does identify as pansexual, I don't see gender as a barrier to love. What matters to me in a relationship isn't what someone is male, female, or non-binary, or anything else. It don't particularly what on the outside of them, what they look, what their identity as a male, a female, or non-binary, or anything else, gender fluid, or it's who they are inside. That's what pansexual is all about. Seeing what is the root inside that person, what identify their stronger points, what identify their shape of life, what do they see in life personally. I'm drawn to pure energy, and their values, and how they treat over, and how they make me feel. They're more to connect me more than a label ever could, personally. For a long time, I didn't have the right word to decide. See, I thought bisexual, call it male and female. I have both a boyfriend in the past, boyfriend now. I both have a girlfriend in the past. I experiment. I read more to boys than to girls. But I had went on a date with a non-binary person. And that didn't last that long. I don't know nothing against them at all. We just don't, we're our separate ways, personally. Hey, I just knew that it wasn't real for me, saying myself a bisexual. I just thought, yeah. Finding the term bisexual helped me to understand myself and gave me the confidence to say yes. This is who I am, and it's okay. It's okay to be whatever you want. You want to be bi, gay, lesbian, trans, queer, non-binary, asexual, gender fluid, or any of the plus spectrum. It's okay. Pi is about accepting that it's about being proud of everyone, a part of yourself, even the parts that people might not understand. Because people don't understand really what bisexual is. They get mixed up with people get mixed up with pansexual because they think it always does me personally bi. Because bi is people usually choose gender deal. Some bi people do actually see non-binary people do go out with non-binary people, but I read more to the pansexual. I am. Whether you're out or questioning yourself, this month belong to you. This month belong to you, and the whole year round belong to you, including June, July, August, September, where every single pride needed hold in this month. I will be this year at Nottingham Pride, at Manchester Pride, and Burton Pride. They're my 3 pride. I wish I could do more pride this year, but personally the financing and having the time. I won't do Liverpool Pride, but Liverpool Pride and Nottingham Pride is on the same day. Impossible to do 2. Impossible to be in 2 places. Got myself in half. Where everyone deserves to be loved, who they are, not just how we look, what box someone tried to put it in, and that just kind into Pride Month. Just be visible, but the right thing is to love and to be fully, to be loved without boundaries. Even if you watching this during Pride Month or after Pride Month, I hope you reflect on yourself and say, do I support the community? Why don't I support them? They're the normal people trying to live a normal day-to-day life. We are not asking for much. We are asking to be accepted in society. These straight people do have an easy life. They can get married. We can get married now. They can go into a workplace and not feel to be, oh, I got to keep my identity to myself. They can go into different countries and say, yes, this is my girlfriend. When a gay man comes into difficulty, he say, oh, I might have to hide who I am. I might have to pretend I'm straight. Right? We need to see more countries, more community, more government coming in support of the LGBTQ plus community. We need to see Labour move more to the left. Hopefully the Green can push them, and also hopefully the Liberal Democrat can push them. I like what Ed Davis be doing. I like what the Green be doing. We can move Labour more to the left and stop them crashing up to reform. Okay. Pride is not just for June, it's for every single day. I mean, support everybody. Make sure everybody knows you there. Some below, I'm going to have some very good phone numbers, and you can call, and you're in the local community for Burton on Trend. There is our local pie group, Burton Pie. They also the Burton Mine Gypsy. That also says it's all to do with the help out with the LGBT community around Burton, around the surrounding areas. Me, happy Pride, stay strong, and stay kind, and keep on going. I hope you like the song what's coming out now. See preview. It might be coming out Monday. Goodbye for now, and bye.
I was told to fit a box, taught the rules, then lock the locks. But love don't ask what's in your jeans, it sees the soul not in between. I walk through fear with quiet steps, hid my heart to protect my breath. But every truth I let slip through was one more light the darkness knew. These green shoots rising in the rain through cracked earth and growing